kind of sit back and let them cook, OpTic becomes that much more dangerous. But the time for talk is just about over. It is all action now. Cash, Joyo, and Juicy up against Slater, Magic Bear, and AJ. Game 1 underway.
Here we go. Best of 5 here between Moist and OpTic. Winner stays alive in the upper bracket. Loser will be in the lower. But of course, final match here on the B stream. After this, everyone playing in this tournament will be playing on that main stage here in Agganis Arena. Question is, which side of the bracket will you be on? The cannon strikes first, though. It's Cash to the top right.
About 20-some-odd% of people watching going, see? Told ya. The cannon coming alive early. Getting the opener with another helping hand from Juicy, who again was brilliant from game 2 onward against Furia earlier on today. And not much earlier on today, by the way. I mean, they played that series. Very quick turnaround thanks to the performance by Team BDS, and they're right back at it here.
We'll see how OpTic are going to be able to respond here as well. I mean, you got to think already just that pressure from Moist. Of course, they're going to come out. They're coming out of the Fury series. You know, they know the pace of play that they need to be at. And you got to look at Magic Bear and Juicy, two big players who could stand out and really change the course of this game if they have incredible moments. There's already a level of expectation on the rest of the field, so it's up to those two who, you know, are in this position for the first time. How do they handle it?
You got to feel like at some point coming into this final split, this team might have been kind of on the brink of kind of imploding and breaking up. And then they had one last run in them. But they are up against it now, against this Moist squad. AJ looking to call his own number, and Juicy will gladly take that away. Now Magic Bear, take a shot, follow up off the post, and away. Follow up here is denied by Cash, and OpTic come away empty-handed when they absolutely needed that one to go.
And we'll see whether or not that's a worrying trend as this series goes on, but definitely something to pay attention to. They are able to get past Moist, though, get some opportunities to be able to put shots in the back of the net. But if the accuracy isn't there on those final shots, what is it worth?
Reynolds making sure to grab that full corner boost. He's got Magic Bear creeping up with him. That almost ricocheted in front. Juicy got slowed up by AJ on his way down. Reynolds again grabbing that corner, and he'll just kind of dance around Joyo for a moment. Took out Cash on the way. Cash spawns under the play, but Magic Bear can't get on top of the shot. Now AJ will try. He's hindered by Joyo, and Cash coming back to bail out the squad, and away they go for the moment.
Still more control here. OpTic with a chance there. Magic Bear, though, shooting that directly at Joyo. Reynolds had a follow-up there. Magic Bear again setting up a lane for AJ, but Cash with a huge block. It's going to go all the way downfield, and Cash will find the back of the net once again, his second goal of the game.
I think that's a little too ambitious from AJ, realizing that there's nobody else that's going to get back. If this is stuffed back in his grill, there is nobody else getting back for it. Sometimes maybe trying to do a little bit too much, and it's 2-0 Moist. Oh, he could answer right back, and he does!
Right off the kickoff, it's going to be AJ here. You see how things kind of set up there. Reynolds leaves that perfectly right on the nose there for AJ. Gets that follow-up touch in. And now OpTic still bringing this, it's a one-goal game halfway through. Plenty of time for them to get going. We've seen them break past Moist defense, but those final shots just not registering. They've taken a lot of them, 7 this game.
Oh, Joyo on target, but AJ just scrambles back as Moist looked like they had picked off OpTic again. Oh, that is not where Magic Bear thought that ball was going. It kicks back out central, and the shot is wide from Juicy. Another opportunity denied by Magic Bear. OpTic escaping unharmed for now, as Magic Bear will patiently wait for this. He has nothing in the tank. AJ will try and bring it across and at least get this forward, but everybody needs boost. Only Reynolds has any now. Now Magic Bear picking up some as well, and a backflip at the back, so Moist might be able to add to their tally, but nothing brewing there for Joyo.
Minute 34 to go. OpTic trying to get themselves downfield. They are able to bring this to the back wall, but getting this out of Moist's hands has always seemed to be tough. They've been losing a lot of these 50s, which really puts a stunt in their offensive progression. Got to win some of these challenges here in the midfield to just get more field position. Because right now, it's just more and more pressure as Moist are trying to turn up the heat late.
Reynolds trying to keep this close to the vest. Got one demo, got a bump as well. A team that averages 5 demos a game, trying to bully their way into an equalizer. But nothing of substance after the play, as Magic Bear will serve it up for Reynolds. Got the win, but there's nothing there, and Juicy just skies it out. Magic Bear taking over. Somebody's got to be on the weak side. Nobody is. It's Joyo. Intercepted by Reynolds. Just narrowly blocked, it looked like, by Joyo. And now Magic Bear will have a go. I mean, OpTic are at least keeping the pressure on, but they haven't got anything towards the net. Reynolds will try here, and Juicy's there to stop it from even becoming a shot. Down to 30 seconds as finally Cash clears the zone.
Like you said, finally getting that clear away. Reynolds didn't have that much boost, so he had to try to feather it to keep himself up. Now 20 seconds here left. Reynolds on the ball, trying to lead the charge. Has to play this around Juicy, who's following him all the way to the sidewall. Who gets there first? Magic got there first, but Joyo, a dunk pass too. This is slowing down OpTic tremendously. Cash plays it lightly. Magic Bear gets that through, but it's not enough. Juicy is there on the sidewall. He just has to play the 50 and kill this on the ground, but the ball is still up for OpTic Gaming. AJ at 0 seconds ties things up.
Oh, what happened to Cash here on the back wall? Oh, he got spun around backwards and ran out of real estate. Absolute disastrous from Moist defensively, and OpTic takes advantage of their good fortunes. Overtime in game 1. This could be crushing for Moist if they don't quickly get over it and answer back with an OT winner. Joyo kept it available. Here comes Cash for the win. No. Now Juicy gonna play it for himself. Center ball. Joyo stuffed by Magic Bear.
OpTic still trying to get out, but Cash trying to line up the double. Will end up being denied here, and AJ will get a piece of this one. Demo on the play. AJ takes out Juicy, but will still get cleared downfield. Moist doing a great job of keeping ball control. But for how long? All OpTic need is an opportunity down in front. They know how to get past the Moist defense, but can they stop them when they're on offense? The cannon says no! Third goal for him. He gets a hat trick as Moist take game 1.
Yeah, after Magic Bear just blows right by this, there is nobody else. 1 jump downfield, 2 jump downfield, third man going across with no contact. Moist gets an empty netter, and they hold on for game 1 despite the 0-second goal.
Yeah, and I mean, fantastic work here on the side of Moist. You got to give credit to OpTic, though. Fighting all the way down to 0 seconds, being able to bring this game, will it back, was something that we got to take with us for the rest of the series. Because you have to understand, going up against Moist, I mean, the speed and the mechanics that they had were on, but for OpTic, some of those chances, honestly, if they were just a little bit more confident out in front, could have changed the course of the game. Had opportunities, just missed some shots.
6 demos on one side there. Again, plenty, and it's exactly what Moist had to contend with in game 1. This is not new to them. This is not something foreign. This is not something that's surprising them. It doesn't quite feel like an exact mirror of playing against a team like Furia, but it's pretty close.
Getting ready into game number 2 on Forbidden Temple. Things starting to shift here between Moist and OpTic.
Well, AJ will bring this across. And Juicy very quickly downfield, nothing doing there. So now Magic Bear trying to get through this staunch defense out of Moist.
We'll see 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go here. Already a good start here on the side of Moist. At least in terms of getting the ball out in front. But OpTic, you can see bumps there on the back end. Magic Bear was looking for a way past the defense. Is he going to turn on this one? It seems like a little bit of miscommunication, but does end up getting it past 1. Good dunk there as well to get past Joyo. And look, even that exit is great. AJ trying to force his way past everybody. But instead, it will be stopped here at the goal line. This is the most offensive possession we've seen out of OpTic, at least consistently over the course of time. They've been keeping this ball in the blue half. Almost a chance there for Magic Bear, but it's Cash with the save.
Oh, Cash got this away. Juicy on target, just under the bar, and cleanly done as Moist scores first.
Look at this, AJ, he has to get the read there. Juicy, perfect placement on the shot as well to the top right corner. A little bit of smiles coming out of him as well as he's getting more and more comfortable in this environment. First goal for him, first goal for Moist. Trying to look for a second, there's Cash! Oh, but Reynolds had to make the save. Reynolds once again trying to start things off here on the side of OpTic Gaming. AJ also as well there for the follow, still putting on just so much offensive pressure here. Here's Magic. And again, another block out. Joyo will try to push this upfield here on the side of Moist. Good control on both sides as they've been just trying to manage the game.
Reynolds intercepted by Cash, and more pressure now out of Moist as Magic Bear doing all he can, trying to get OpTic's offense flowing. They've been playing from behind this entire series, all game and a half of it. As Magic Bear around, Reynolds up high, looking to pick his spot, and Cash read him like a book.
AJ just removed himself from the play. Now, but Moist are unable to really just jump on this. We're approaching the halfway point here in game 2. And OpTic still looking for a way past Moist here. They've been doing a good job of stopping them on the midfield, and Moist have done a great job of just being able to react against the defense. 2:22 here on the clock. This one gets sent out. Cash trying to control things, but Magic there. Great touch out, and we'll get a following demo here on the play. Oh, good reader right there from Joyo, forcing Reynolds to make a save out. We hit that 2-minute mark, and OpTic still looking for a way through here.
Around and around we go with Joyo looking to add another, and he does with the tight angle, catching OpTic napping and dancing right on by him.
Oh my goodness, look at this redirect. Gets it past 2 as well. Beautiful touch there on the low side. 1:50 to go, and it's just been the Moist show here in Forbidden Temple.
Does not matter who he's got around him. Just Joyo manages to find a way, one way or another. Here's Cash for Joyo. Look for another, not this time, it's swatted away, but still on the attack. Reynolds now for AJ. This duo denied, and Magic Bear left at the back, and he's got Cash trying to hunt him down. He got him. Nobody central though for that center ball. And now an opportunity for OpTic to quickly counter, but Joyo with the save.
Ooh, good control though. You see that physicality coming out, almost set up a lane there. It is a lane, and AJ will slot it home. Demo on the play. OpTic, it's a 1-goal game.
I mean, that was kind of the telltale stat, right, for OpTic. The 5 demos, that's really what sets them apart from this Moist squad, and they get another demo leading to another goal. Back within 1. It feels like they haven't really generated many goals of their own. They've kind of taken advantage of a mistake here and there. They haven't quite used passing to set anything up. As this goes back out across midfield, Cash whipped on it. Reynolds looking to do exactly that, but he needed a second touch. It was not there for him. Magic Bear around the boards, but he had to slow down too much.
Ooh, AJ, he's waiting for that mid boost. He tried as long as possible to stay on. He'll finally pick it up now, but could have been a chance for a solo effort. Here's AJ now.
Like this.
Can he get it past the entire Moist squad? Only past Cash here. Still though, looking for that added aggression. Juicy responds with an aggressive challenge of his own in order to just slow down OpTic. If you wait too long, you've seen the demo plays. Does OpTic have more 0-second heroics in them? We may end up finding out soon.
Yeah, it looked like this magical run had come to an end in the Spring Invitational, and then they found a little bit more. Another rabbit out of their hat with that incredible reverse sweep. But now they've got to work now with no time on the clock. Looking for another 0-second goal. Magic Bear has centered it. Cash and Juicy both up, but Juicy will take charge AJ doing all he can, but this finally goes to ground, and Moist is 5 minutes away from advancing directly to Saturday.
Big wins here for Moist, and you can see them. They're getting even more locked in and more energized after that win as well. This time, they slow down OpTic. They don't let anything late get involved here towards the end of game 2, especially when you saw them, OpTic trying to go for like a last-second play here. But on the side of Moist, things seem cool and comfortable. Not even for a moment. I mean, there were a couple of shot chances there for OpTic Gaming, but you can tell Moist starting to distance themselves as the series goes on.
OpTic out-bullying Moist through this series so far. 6-4 the demos in game 1, 8-1 here in game 2, but it's still Moist. Only by a single goal, once in overtime and then the second time around in regulation, though OpTic had their chances coming down the stretch, and so now OG find themselves facing triple match point against what seems to be a very superior opponent. This seems a little familiar, and I think both these teams are kind of the poster children for not counting your chickens before they hatch. It is not over until you get that all-important final win. Closeout opportunity now for Moist at DFH Stadium. Can they shut down OpTic?
We'll have to see. This is going to be a tough one for OpTic. I mean, Moist have everything going for them. They were already warmed up with an aggressive team like Furia. They played around them. For OpTic, they're going to have to really dig deep if they want a chance here against Moist. We know that they can score against them, but they have not been able to do it off that consistent pressure. Can they find a way past a Moist esports that has been very well done? First of all, they're trying to find their way past each other. You saw AJ and Magic Bear just kind of connect there. Reynolds will have a chance here. Almost got it past 2, but Juicy was able to get a connection.
Reynolds trying to reawaken something in himself here that turns him into just a different kind of monster at land. That's similar to what we saw out of Yan, and he was great against Moist, but not great enough. Magic Bear under the bar. Nobody to help him. Did not matter. Called his own number, and it paid off.
Initial challenge, plays the miss from Joyo, got the light touch bar down and in, and that's big for the Bear. He picks up the first goal here for him and for OpTic in game 3.
First goal for OG, not scored by AJ, who continues his dominant run, but it's just not enough. He needs help. Reynolds over Juicy. Need a second touch, but it's not there, and Joyo dish it out to the side. Follow-up here is a little bit wide and also cleared out, and Juicy will bounce it away. Moist maybe a little fortunate not to have conceded a second goal there. Can they take advantage of it? No. Watch OpTic coming down very quickly. Reynolds redirect to the backboard. Cash and Juicy ran into each other. Now Reynolds shot, nothing behind it at all. OpTic not able to take advantage, even that loose ball out in the wing. Finally, they clear the zone, and OpTic, I'm sure, are going to be kicking themselves, but they have to get over it very quickly.
He's definitely looking sloppy for OpTic. Reynolds still going for a demo. It works! The Bears got the second goal off the assist from Reynolds. He gets the demo to set things up.
How? How in the world do they get that opportunity? I guess the demo opens things up enough. Nobody went out for the ball, so Magic Bear accidentally fed. But a 2-goal lead. Juicy looking to cut into it, but that's saved away by AJ. Joyo's follow-up, not there. Now Cash, met by Magic Bear, and Cash and Joyo are stuck in running into each other. That's kind of what AJ and Reynolds had going on in the Spring Invitational. They found a way around it, and we'll see if Moist can get back on the same page here. It's Cash denied by Magic Bear.
Biggest thing to pay attention to here is when Reynolds got that demo play for the second goal, 2 people jumped on the side of Moist. Still, look at even awkward there on their own back end. Juicy was in an uncomfortable spot, but able to make the touch out to get the play. Halfway through this game, though, OpTic has been in control using the physicality, and Moist have struggled to play around it.
Seems like the old Slater is back as this is wrapped around, and AJ just got a touch to prevent what would have been an open net shot. Reynolds having to do some work now, landing on the backboard and using whatever he had left, gave it away to Joyo. It's loose on the doorstep, and Magic Bear has to pop it away. Another fortunate break for OpTic. Tell you what, both teams have had a lot of opportunities. This game could be like 7-6 right now with the amount of opportunities that have just been left wide open. This time Reynolds scrambles across. Follow-up here is finally down the middle, and Joyo gives Moist their first goal of game 3.
You could see the writing on the wall as soon as you realize how low on boost they were. Once Joyo got that demo, so awkward. Magic Bear and Reynolds trying to really just play around each other. They're getting in each other's way. And of course, Moist able to out-pressure him in that moment. Can they do it again? Can they close this series out in a sweep? They're trying to see if they can bring it back. Plenty of time for them to do so.
Reynolds had 4 goals for OpTic in their first matchup, yet to score here. He's got a couple of assists. He's come close a couple of times. Now Magic Bear set up AJ, but no, couldn't get out of the way. This is pinched, not quite where it needed to be. And Reynolds got a piece of cash there. So now here goes Magic Bear. Joyo there to meet him. Reynolds thought about it. Instead, he's got to stay home and defend this shot from Cash, and he can't. We're tied.
And even though you got the green wall, the cannon is still blowing right through it. Light touch there from Juicy, goes off the ceiling. You said it, Reynolds was waiting, but he couldn't react in time. Tied up game, a minute 17 to go.
I mean, there's no good answer there for Reynolds, too. If you go up early, then you just get beat because he wouldn't have made the decision in time. But by waiting, you gave Moist whatever they wanted. AJ stopped by Cash. No counterattack just yet. That could spring Cash downfield, though. Reynolds there, made sure to grab the corner boost, and AJ avoids contact. He could be a factor in this play as it develops, as that ricochets back out. AJ's there, challenging Cash. Gotta have a second touch, and he does. Got kind of knocked around by AJ for a moment, though. Reynolds to center, and Juicy says, nah.
Still trying, still fighting his OpTic Gaming. The green walls had some leaks in it. They're trying to patch it up here quickly. Chance there, and blocked out by Joyo. Magic Bear tried to put a laser on. 30 seconds remaining in regulation. We are all tied up here in this game, but Moist up 2-0 in the series, trying to close things out.
Seeing OpTic playing a little more hesitant defensively. AJ very aggressively jumping in. Magic Bear for AJ. Reynolds thought about creeping up, and I think AJ expected he was. Oh, how did this fall right into Magic Bear's lap?
It seems like a miscommunication or a lapse of judgment. Something here. Because Joyo thinks Juicy has it. He's playing Juicy's touch, but Juicy doesn't connect. Magic Bear played the miss and got rewarded for it. 8 seconds to go. This is OpTic's game, bargain kickoff, and you saw it there. Moist tried it.
Uh-oh.
Wait, there's still a chance.
This is the most tense final 8 seconds for Reynolds in particular as he tries to bring it to ground. Reynolds kickoff against Moist.
No,
not
wait,
great.
it's still up.
That went off of AJ to stay up. Magic Bear and Reynolds combining to try and bring it down, and Moist have been afforded another
Juicy!
life, and Juicy's denied at the doorstep by OpTic. Oh, brother.
Everybody calm down. It's all, calm down. The series isn't over. The game is, though. We're still playing Rocket League. OpTic Gaming take this one here in game 3, but by the skin on their teeth, as there was a last-second drive there from Moist to see if they could equalize. They came pretty close to it.
Simulated danger, only for entertainment purposes. 3-2, OpTic gets one back here. Another reverse sweep attempt from the green wall.
They're used to it.
They're used to it. AJ scored the first 3 goals of this series for OpTic. Magic Bear with a hat trick in game 3 has scored the other 3 for OG. And now we get ready to move on to game 4, where it looked like OpTic had done about as much as they could to avoid a 4th game. Coming down the stretch in those final 15, 20 seconds. But we will see Utopia Coliseum. Will we see Champions Field? 5 minutes to find out.
Now, Moist have been in this situation earlier today. They closed it out against Furia. OpTic trying to be much different beasts than the Black Panthers on the side of Furia. The question is, have they learned from their mistakes as well? It was a sloppy game on both sides in game 3. OpTic just kind of getting things together towards the end. Can they get that rush of momentum that we've seen take them so far in events? And is one of the reasons why they're here today.
Oh, AJ tracking that plane. It looked like he'd kind of got real awkward near the crossbar. Managed to stop Cash. Cash downfield again. This time it's Magic Bear's turn to stop him. AJ missed that corner boost.
I think he left it.
Okay, yeah, he was full, so it's fine, but it looked a little awkward as he had that little pause there coming away from it. There's a shot, though, right down Broadway, and Reynolds gets his first of the series.
Look at this. You got to look at Magic Bear. Light touch, just enough for Reynolds. Cash knows he has to do something to try to slow things down. He's caught in an awkward spot, and Reynolds puts a laser towards the net. We're seeing OpTic in front early here.
Well, this is a moist team. Both these teams have struggled early in games. They've played from behind a lot throughout this spring split, but they found ways enough to get here. And now, one team, one win away, the other 2 wins from going into the top 6 as AJ denies Cash. And here goes Joyo. Reynolds now downfield, but away from AJ, so not much to develop here for OpTic. But they do get the luxury of playing with a lead for whatever that's worth to them.
But how long can they hold on to it? You see Moist starting to gain more ground. And we've seen them when they have that space in the midfield, they can create plays just as deadly as OpTic can. OpTic, though, have been kind of managing that pace, though. A lot of these free balls are seemingly been challenges. That's Magic Bear pass, too. Can he get it past everyone? He can, but the ball too fast. No one on OpTic was there to try to put that in.
If anybody had been there, you got a 2-goal lead. Instead, you're looking at a tie game if Cash can convert here. AJ goes right through Juicy, but nobody else in the air. Reynolds trying to read that, and it's actually worked out. They played it right to him. Look at the center here, but he lost it. And Magic Bear, this is very awkward.
Yeah.
Deep in moist territory. Reynolds up ahead towards AJ. He can circle around here, but Joyo's got the clear. And with AJ just kind of sitting there, that leaves Magic Bear in a real tough spot, but it works out well enough for OpTic. They get back for now, but Reynolds still in a real tough spot.
Yeah, you can see they're trying to reset here. Good fake there on the side of Reynolds. He's going to play it off the wall. Only 11 boosts. Not too much you can do with it. Trying to get his center, but Moist defense definitely going to be able to clear that out. And it does feel like OpTic are kind of reset for the time being. You saw it, though. The amount of awkwardness on that offensive end. Moist, they're waiting in the water. They're trying to find the right moment to capitalize on a mistake from OpTic. They've got to play good Rocket League here for the next 2 minutes.
Feel like you're just one challenge away from breaking down the green wall as Juicy rolls one ahead. Reynolds should have all day to get to it, and well, Juicy thought he had the read. He's still forward, so is Joyo. And AJ doing all he can, staying with the play. Reynolds, he didn't get a lot behind that. Gave it away to Juicy. AJ and Joyo both up. Neither made contact. It's brought back in by Cash. Flip reset available, and it goes through and in!
Call the artillery, cause the cannon, 1, 2, just past them all, gets the flip, then gets the dunk, says, I got 2 in me. What, he's driving a Mustang, I don't know. It feels like he's bringing in the ATV, the way that thing was rolling.
Well, it's a tie game in game 4. It's just a matter of time as that shot barely blocked away by AJ. Loose at midfield here, still loose. Magic Bear turns for a demo. That leaves Reynolds the lone defender. AJ trying to create, and Juicy finally cuts him out. Now Reynolds on target and dished off by Joyo.
You can see the pace of play increasing, though. AJ trying to do it all himself to set things up. Magic Bear too far forward, but just needs, once again, in front of Cash. Cash over, follow-up, no, there is no follow-up there, so instead it gets pushed back into the midfield. 55 seconds to go. You can feel the sense of urgency in Utopia Coliseum.
Oh, Reynolds all the way to the ceiling to try and bring that downfield. Magic Bear circle around at midfield. He's got to rotate back. Juicy's there. That got through cleanly. No second touch, and Joyo will wait for possession. Waiting for a midfield boost that I don't think spawned for him. So now Joyo will try and bring it across. Cash is there, but it's blocked away. And now Reynolds right out to center, and Magic Bear almost got a piece of that to get by Juicy. He's got all the time in the world to shoot, and Reynolds almost dropped it down and in. But now Cash, OpTic might have got a little too greedy for their own good. The cannon left it in front, and now Reynolds and Magic Bear work out of the zone with 12 seconds. AJ, Magic Bear could not win it. Down to 7. Cash looking to break OpTic's hearts, and AJ says no. Overtime is looming. Unless Joyo and company have something up their sleeve, we go to sudden death.
Sudden death overtime. OpTic need a win here to force game 5. They've been fighting back and forth, almost trying to see if they can get something here off the kickoff. Moist have been matching them pace for pace, but only one team can take this game.
3 one-goal games were guaranteed a 4th. And the only question now is, will we see a 5th? It's Magic Bear bringing it across. Joyo there doing all he can. All they're doing is kind of delaying things here at midfield, waiting for somebody to take charge. It switches fields now. Magic Bear out of the corner. He's been incredible over the last few games. Here's AJ. Up the ladder, but not far enough. And Juicy just got around Reynolds. This is real awkward with that double commit with AJ and Magic Bear, but OpTic look like they're gonna survive as Reynolds will clear it away.
AJ diving for the ball, has only got 3 boosts. He got that boost, but he got demoed in the process. Magic Bear's in danger now, and Moist are trying to capitalize on this opportunity, but you saw AJ coming in off the respawn. Everything worked out well from there. Even the bumps on the play. Cash, no! Follow-up for Juicy.
Oh my God!
What a block by the Bear! Follow-up chance for Juicy! Denied again! They can't buy a goal here! OpTic Green Wall defense can be standing taller!
How is this series still going? It's just something in OpTic's favor. As this goes around the boards and out, AJ doesn't have the touch. Reynolds does, but AJ doesn't have anything in the tank. Magic Bear trying to take over, and it's Cash now. Had that kick out off the wall from him. Reynolds one dunk away from winning it. There it is! No! Magic Bear denied by Juicy!
He had a little bit of space there on the side of Magic Bear, but couldn't get the touch out. Now Joyo moves downfield, but he gets demoed on the play. Things try to settle here for OpTic as they try to reset. They were on the skin of their teeth once again, but Magic Bear will get a good block out this time. And Moist now just trying to manage all of this chaos. They were so close to ending this series.
Our crowd is forming here, watching the insanity of this, second overtime of the series. An incredible matchup here between Moist and OpTic for top 6 here at the Spring Major. Reynolds met by Juicy. Race to the corner boost. Magic Bear got it, but he got demoed, so Reynolds had to bring it across. Magic Bear spawns right where the ball was headed. That works out incredibly well for OpTic, but this does not. Cash double tap, no! Juicy, everything to shoot at, and AJ was there just in case, but Moist come away empty-handed again.
Now, will we see OpTic with some space? I don't know when was the last time we've seen them offensively here. Moist have been all over them for the majority of this overtime, and here they are with the possession once again. OpTic's defense has been able to match it, but only for so long here. Oh, chance there for Juicy, playing it high. Cash ends up taking the boost. Now, here come Moist once again, trying to see if they can win the war of attrition. AJ is able to clear this off to the side, but Joyo keeps it in play, and OpTic once again, look at them, they're all sitting there in that back wall. They are not able to break out.
16 shots to 7 right now, and Cash has 10 of them. Oh, and AJ, what a touch to get around, and Juicy bails out Moist again. And we keep on dancing on Utopia. Juicy for the win, denied by Magic Bear. The 17th shot for Moist still fails to find pay dirt. And now Magic Bear, a little floater goes wide.
OpTic have to take advantage of this opportunity. They cannot let this ball keep getting past them. Moist get it through. I mean, they flow past OpTic in the midfield like water, and OpTic have to play from their own back end and try to bring themselves out, see if they can catch out Moist, but plays tried to be switched across there. AJ was trying to switch it to the side. Cash instead is going to try to find Joyo, and Moist once again have the ball on the back wall. OpTic, we are 4 minutes in overtime here. And a little awkward here as both teams fight for possession.
This whole game has been awkward. This whole overtime has just been a living heart attack as AJ missiling through, and this goes right over to Cash, but it kind of stopped his progress. And OpTic still can't pinch them in their zone. Magic Bear trying to delay, trying again. AJ with the clean win, only Cash to beat. It's clean to the backboard, and Juicy's there to bail him out again. Boy, Juicy's defense has been superb. OpTic's defense has been good enough, but it has been ugly. It's been like bacon. You never want to see how it's made, but it's working. Here's Juicy with AJ in the corner. Reddles screened out the play by Juicy, but AJ strafing across keeps us going into a 6th minute of overtime, and that will do it! Cash finally breaks through on his 12th shot of the game to send Moist into the top 6.
If there's anyone who can hit a shot past the green wall, it's the cannon.
Yeah, if you give him 12 attempts.
He did have 12 shots. Yep. He did have 12 shots.
That is unreal.
Yeah. Juicy has 6.
OpTic as a team had 7.
How did Joyo only have 1 shot?
If they let him shoot a little more, they probably would have got a few more through.
All right.
Oh my gosh. I mean, how many times in any given 45-second stretch, Daz, did it feel like Moist should have ended this? I mean, at different points, they probably had 5 or 6 tries. Looks